Hello students, I am Neha Behel, Assistant Professor from Noida International University, and the topic for today's lecture is communication system. Communication system are of two types, analog communication system and digital communication system. The basic difference between the two is encoder and decoder are used in the digital communication system, but basically we goes as follows in the analog communication system. Starting with the slides, next slide please. Communication system is used to transfer the information from one source to one or many destinations. To ensure that our communication system should be efficient and reliable, we need to have the elements of communication system as shown on the other slide. So, these are the elements of communication system. Information can be an image, a text or an email, and that information need to be converted into electronic form. To convert one form of signal into electronic form, we need to have a transducer. So, transducers can be connected at the transmitter end and at the receiver end also. If they are connected at the transmitter end, the image or the video signal converted into electronic signal, but if they are connected at the receiver end, the electronic signal is reverted back to the original one, either it is a image or it is a video or text, any form of information. ST here is the source that is converted into electronic form, which is empty after the input transducer, which is passed on to the transmitter. Now transmitter has many electronic components in it. Basically it has amplifiers, oscillators, all the signal processor units and the modulation. Transmitter need to change the characteristic of a wave. Then by the transmitter we have the passband signal, which is PT, which is further given to the transmission medium. This transmission medium is a physical channel we use to flow the information from the channel. That channel can be coaxial cable, can be optical fiber or a free space. After this channel, now channel has many signals in it. So, there is a chance of interference between the two signal, which is also known as noise, which degrades the quality of the signal. So, to remove it, we need a modulator and a demodulator at the receiver end too. So, after the transmission medium, the receiver accepts the signal and performs all the reverse functioning as it was performed in the transformer. It again signal processes the information and brings it to the original form. Then after the receiver, this PT is the passband signal, it will again convert it to the baseband signal. This MT is the baseband signal, it will pass to the output transducer, and as we discussed, transducer again changes the electronic signal to its original form. Now from all the elements, the basic three and the most important elements are transmitter, receiver and transmission medium known as channel, as we will see in the next slide. So the basic communication system consists of a transmitter, a receiver and a channel. The most importantly, transmitter has a signal processing unit which converts the signal or apply the Fourier transform to it, and after it the modulation, the most important unit of the basic communication system. This modulation, what it does? The modulation actually changes the characteristic of a wave. If we are talking about a signal, signal has three characteristics, a wave has three characteristics, amplitude, frequency and a phase. Changing any of the characteristic of these wave known as modulation, and to remove this change from the wave is known as demodulation, which is again necessary at the receiver end to gain our original signal back from the electronic one, as in the next slide. Now as I have said, modulation is very important to remove the noise. Noise degrades the quality of the signal, and this can be removed by error encoding units and decoding units or by the modulation scheme. What is modulation basically? Modulation is changing the characteristic of a carrier wave according to the instantaneous value of a modulating signal. That modulating signal is the actual signal which contains the information. Carrier signal is just a high frequency signal, it does not have any information. More technically, if we impress our original signal into high frequency carrier signal, then it will be converted into a passband signal, and the whole scheme is known as the modulation. We need it because we need to justify the height of the transmitter and remove the interference, as we have discussed noise. It is basically connected at the transmitter and the device used to modulate a signal is known as a modulator. There are so many modulators we can use, but the modulation is very important. In the next slide, as I have already said that a carrier has three characteristics: the amplitude, frequency and phase. Change in any of the characteristic will result in modulation. If we change the amplitude of a carrier wave according to the instantaneous value of the original signal, that is modulating signal, then it will known as amplitude modulation. If we change the frequency according to the modulating signal, then it will known as the frequency modulation. And similarly, if we change the phase, that is positive or negative by 180-degree phase shift, then it will known as a phase modulation. The widely used modulation between the three is amplitude modulation and the frequency modulation. If we combine these two, frequency modulation and angle modulation and phase modulation, then it will result in angle modulation. In the next slide, we will discuss briefly what is actually AM and FM. In amplitude modulation, we need to have two signals, first which have the information, second which does not have the information, but we need it to remove the noise. The first signal which originally have the information which we want to transmit is the first one shows in the red waveform. This is the modulating signal, this has the information, we need to convert it into a passband signal. Second is the carrier signal shown in the black form. The carrier signal is just a high frequency signal which has a constant phase and a constant amplitude. If we intermix these two signals using a multiplier, it will result in a modulated signal which obviously has two bands, because actually if we set an envelope using a modulating signal, then it will automatically change into positive and the negative levels of the envelope. At the right side you can see a modulator. The basic need of a modulator is a multiplier and an oscillator. Oscillator is used to generate a carrier signal. Multiplier multiplies this information signal and the high frequency carrier signal and generates a passband signal which need to be transmitted to the channel for secure transmission. So this is all about the amplitude modulation. We can see that the carrier frequency is impressed on the envelope created by the modulating signal. So this envelope is created by this modulating signal and this carrier is suppressed in the envelope, and this signal is a modulated signal created by intermixing these two. This is just changing the amplitude of a carrier signal using the envelope of the modulating signal. Next slide please. That was all about the amplitude modulation. Next is the frequency modulation, which we generally need to remove the noise because FM does not have high noise in it, so it is more secure. The same two signals, first has the information which is the modulating signal itself. The second is a high frequency signal, carrier signal, which does not have information in it and has a constant amplitude, constant frequency and constant phase, but of high frequency signal. We use a high frequency signal to remove the noise from our transmitted signal. Okay. The frequency modulation results in the change in the carrier frequency. Frequency is number of time cycles during the specific time, number of rotation of a full wave at a particular time. So we can see that here we have the constant time cycles and here we have the change in the time cycles. The frequency is reducing and increasing according to the amplitude of the modulating signal. Where we have high amplitude, we have compressed wave. which means the high frequency signal. Where we have low negative amplitude, lowest amplitude value, our frequency of modulated wave is increased. So, this is the way how it goes. At the right side we have a frequency modulator which basically needs a voltage controlled oscillator and a differentiator. Differentiator to increase and decrease the frequency level of a carrier signal according to the instantaneous value of the modulating signal. So, this was the basic unit of communication system which is more importantly used during the flow. Next slide please. Lastly, at the receiver we again need our original signal back from whatever changes we have done to our original signal, which can only be generated using a demodulation. Whatever modulation schemes AM, FM or PM we have applied to our signal should be removed, and that has to be removed only by the demodulation. Demodulation is nothing but only a reverse process whatever we have followed in the modulation scheme, and it is present at the receiver, and the device used for the demodulation is a demodulator. After it the output transducer and will get the original signal back. This was all about the modulation, demodulation and the communication system. In the next lecture we will discuss about the digital modulation scheme which uses the same pattern. That is all about for the today's lecture. Thank you.